in the chat, thank you for everybody on the discussion, very active discussion. There is a discussion about the soil depth. That, for example, a question that does the minimal soil tillage, does it only increase soil carbon seen in great depths? And there are actually already answers in the chat. And also we put a recent carbon action block that what are we doing now in carbon action, because we are also taking samples to 1 meter depth to see how this goes in the deeper soil layers. And then on to the questions, I think there's very interesting question about the farmers. A question, what do you do to attribute 600 farmers signing up for the pilot instead of the planned 100 farmers? What attracted the farmers to the pilot? And I think Sara would be perfect to answer this, please.
How did we attract? What do we offer for the farmers? I think we offer hope, motivation, profitability, and some sort of pride of the profession. I think the farmers want to be part of the solution rather than part of the problem. And then of course it's an intensive professional training for them, for the pilot farmers. So it's very valuable and unique. We didn't have any difficulties in getting the 100 farmers together. Do you want to continue, Juuso?
Yes, if you want.
Why are you active in this
Well, thank
program?
you. Well, in the core there is knowledge, I think. We've seen all that farmers are really keen on learning. They appreciate knowledge. They have more than just blinking machinery or input-based systems or solutions. And this cooperation, peer-to-peer learning is really motivating for the farmers.
Next
Thank you.
question.
Has somebody want to add to this answer? Yes, I think you have to
Yes.
talk about the alliance.
Yes, I could add something. When we started our carbon farming training in cooperation with Baltic Sea Action Group, and the first group was about nearly 100 people attending. It was not very difficult to get the people together. People are really, and the farmers are really, they really want to get a new knowledge and to learn new things. All things, as I explained just.
Great, thank you. Then we would have a question for Elsie. Elsie, are you hearing us on the line? Okay, I'm sorry. But maybe somebody else can answer this. I don't know. Let's try, because it's a question that has raised a lot of interest also here in the chat. It's about the net zero emissions in agriculture. Are they possible by 2035 without bringing agriculture into the ETS? If so, how? And if not, when is the latest date that it would have to be brought in by? Does somebody want to try to answer this? It was a good question, and we have also other comments here that is a good question, saying and how do we see the process of including agricultural carbon credits into EU ETS? Somebody wants to try to answer, or we go on with the program? Yes, you're brave. Thank you.
I go for it.
You go for it, please.
I'm not maybe considering solely the detail of this question, but in general I would like to say that agriculture and forestry are the only ones that can sequestrate carbon and be carbon negative. So if we want to be carbon neutral as a society, it means anyway that other branches are emitting carbon, so it's our goal and task to be carbon negative. You agree?
Yes. Thank you. And then a very nice comment from Paul Lu from Fåber Mille. He said that we need to support farmers and really increase awareness of people about the fact that most of them are working to fight for climate change. I think we all agree. But Jari wants to still have a good comment on maybe this opinion.
Yes, I just want to add to this that like many times people think that the changes in carbon sequestration and in the trend of like changing the trend of decreasing carbon stocks towards that they will start increasing. It takes a long time, but as a matter of fact, it doesn't. So we've been like in our own experiments, we are seeing the difference like after the first growing season, even more clearly after the second growing season. So that is the changes in the agricultural systems and their carbon and the climate impact and carbon sequestration capacity can be changed very quickly. And that is one of what we are doing with the research here is that we are developing those effective farming methods, and then we are developing these reliable verification systems in order to quantify these changes, and then this field observatory is also there to illustrate and demonstrate this to everybody, how these changes are happening as we observe them. So this whole package is our idea of research into carbon action is that any of this development would not be slowed down because of a lack of information or poor communication of the research results. So that is what the research in the carbon action is about. And here exactly the collaboration with our first 100 carbon farmers and the companies has been of great importance.
Okay, thank you very much for the very clear answers, and I think we have time for the final question before the closing, and I think this goes to you. So, a question that what are your strategies to get carbon neutral until 2030? What have you planned to implement on the farm? I think it's for you because I don't have a farm or neither. So, Juuso,
Okay.
please.
Thank you. Like I just told, carbon neutrality is not enough in this situation of the environment and climate. And already our farm is carbon negative. I've made some modeling calculations of our current situation and ended up that we are currently sequestering carbon and increasing soil carbon stock by 1 ton of carbon, so per hectare per year. So that means that we are sequestering up to 4 tons of carbon dioxide per year per hectare, and that's made by stacking all these carbon farming methods I presented earlier. It means diverse crop rotation, organic fertilizing and soil improvement, cover crops. What I'm still missing are I haven't integrated animals on fields yet. We do have some lambs on forest meadows, but the field not yet. That would still boost a bit more. We have had our topsoil very fertile in last 10-15 years. It means that topsoil soil carbon content is already from 5 to 7%. I mean top 10 centimeters, and now this topsoil ensures the good crops, high yields, and healthy crops that can still put carbon through roots to deeper soil layers. So all these together, like I mentioned, it's a very holistic approach to farming. We can see results very fast, and the more in bad condition your soil is, the faster we can see the results. Like Jari told, that they have already know this by measurements, and so have we done in our farm. That it's really easy to see this achievement in this farming in practice. Hope this answer. Thank you.
Thank you, Juuso, for the very clear answer. And then there's been some questions about natural packaging to Valio, but then Viipikling from Valio has been answered in the chat already. So as a final question, I could take maybe more general. There has been a lot of questions and also discussion on the Twitter. And one underlining question is that how can I get involved in carbon action? This is of course a lot of positive feedback and people wanting to join us. And I think I could let Saara to answer this question.
It's a very nice thing that everyone has been asking how to get involved and how to get in. Welcome. It's easy to get in. You have to be committed to the mission and then contact the Baltic Sea Action Group if you want to join the company platform. If you're a farmer, join the Carbon Action Club, And then if you're a consumer or otherwise just interested in carbon action, take the e-course of the carbon action when we have it online. And then of course, if you're interested in research, please contact Jari, which you heard. All the contact information you can find from the website. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Laura. Very clear answer again. I think now, and thank you for the good questions, I think now it's time to end the discussion so that we have time for our very important closing presentation.